Hey, what's going on, guys? And today I'm actually going to be doing an unboxing and a video demo of the Sovboi VB6 mini projector. So in this video, I'm just going to basically unpackage this, show you everything that's inside, and then I'll actually cut the video over and I'll have this fully set up with my projector screen just so you can get some idea of what this actually looks like. So let's go ahead and unbox this, take a look at everything we have inside the box. So here's our instruction manual. We have a couple tools here, a little hex wrench, some screws, and this looks like it might be designed for mounting. We have our remote control, so pretty straightforward. You just have your volume buttons, home, power, standard menu buttons, and then you get like your back button, forward, back. Fairly simple in terms of the remote there. It does include an HDMI cable, so that's really positive. And then you have your power cable. This is obviously going to go in the back of the projector. It just has a standard port connection there. And then this appears to be the projector itself, and we'll see if we have any other components in here. And I'm just going to completely take this out of the box so we can take a closer look at all the ports before I actually go ahead and mount this. They did a really nice job protecting this here too with all the foam. And you get just this nice wrapping here so nothing gets like scuffed or scraped. One thing I'm noticing with this right out of the box is that you do have this piece here that can kind of be arced and moved. So I'll just remove this, but you can use this as a mounting tool, and depending on how you mount this, you could put a screw right through this base here, this base screw, and then you could actually shift and move this around so you can angle it as needed. This is the projector itself. It is fairly good size, but it's not as small as I actually anticipated it to be. So this is the main projector lens, has the Sovboi logo there on the base. You have your power button up here at the top, and then you've got just some menu options here up on this side. It does have what appears to be some rear speakers. You have your power, a single USB input, so if you wanted to add something via USB, your HD for your HDMI, and then it has an IR readout as well as a headphone jack. So if you do want to have external sound, you can actually utilize that. So let's take a quick look at the manual, and then we'll go and set this up and just get some idea of what to expect. So this does just sort of a welcome here. It looks like they've got some troubleshooting, warranty information, and then this goes over the packing list, just shows you everything we just went through, shows the functions of the remote. It does say it's going to need 2 AAA batteries, gives you an idea of what to do with like the USB, quick start, basically getting everything going, and then it shows you how you can connect different things like laptops, game consoles. You could connect the external speaker. It then walks you through all of the options here in terms of like the menu and just setting up everything. Bluetooth connection options, so it does have Bluetooth if you want to do a Bluetooth speaker. And then you've got different projector options here. Shows you different mounting options here, so you could do like, you know, front ceiling, front, rear. You got all kinds of different options there, and then that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead, we'll set this up, I'll get it powered up, and then we'll do a little demo and kind of show you what this looks like. Alright, so I've gone ahead and actually plugged in the projector, and I just sort of have a demo set up here. This isn't like a full representation of how I would ultimately set it up, you know, for a final setup, because we don't actually have the wall mount piece hooked up. But I did go ahead and actually set up my projector over here. I have a very large garage. This ultimately would, again, end up needing a little bit of adjustment because, as you can see, the angle is a little bit tilted here. So I at least wanted to just show the quality of the actual picture, go through some of the options, and give you guys some idea of what to expect. Working with the remote, this actually has several options on it. So there's a focus plus and a focus minus where you can see my thumbs are. So if I actually hold this down and I hold minus, you can see the screen actually gets very blurry. If you go too far positive, again, it also becomes very blurry. So this does allow you to really get the adjustments very fine-tuned to get really, really nice clear picture out of this. We actually do have, you can see there's a lot of sunlight coming in from the you know, from the actual outside, and this really is still displaying quite nicely, right? We're not having any issues with that. The screen I'm using is a little bit of higher quality, so that is something to bear in mind as well. In terms of options here, you have movies, music, you can do mirroring, so you could actually use your phone, Photos, you could set the HDMI, and then you have several settings. Within the settings here, we can set up Wi-Fi, you could do Bluetooth sync, you can upgrade any firmware, anything like that. You've got some of your system settings for like language, sleep timer. If we hit back, you can also get info, so this just kind of gives you info on the projector. You have different picture setting modes, so you can do like standard, dynamic, or mild. There's also a user setting, and then you have different color temperature settings as well, so you can kind of play with some of these, but probably standard is going to be the best bet. You do have a display size adjustment, so you can also do zoom settings here. You can set like different aspect ratios or just simply reset all the settings. So this is ultimately going to help quite a bit if you want to, mess around with some of this. You could go in and basically adjust any of these settings up or down depending on what you're looking to do. I was trying to see if I could go in. I think the zoom, okay, so you have to hit zoom negative and then that just starts going down. So you can see the picture getting smaller, and then if we want, we can reset it. We could change the aspect ratio. So that's 4:3, we could do 16:9. So depending on what we're using this for, maybe you hook up like an old school video game console, something like that. You have these options. Under projection, you have different modes, so you can set a correctiveness. This will basically, I think, adjust sort of the inner, you could see it kind of bends out the picture on the outer sections there. So if you want, you can just reset this, but it looks like by default, that's basically what you want. For sound settings, you have standard, music, movie, sports, user mode, and then you also have some balance settings. Usually what I do with my projectors is I'll hook up a large external speaker and then run an aux cable directly into it, which again, this projector has that capability. If we want, we can also go to upgrade settings, and this will allow you to use like a USB or OTA based setting to upgrade. You also have your Bluetooth settings, so you could search for Bluetooth devices, like if you want to run music through it, anything like that, you could do that too. In terms of Wi-Fi, pretty straightforward. This will go and find any nearby Wi-Fi devices, and then you'll have this fully connected, so you could do upgrades and things of that nature. But overall, I mean, this is going to work fairly well as a 1080p based projector. If you're just looking for something that's ultimately going to give you, something you could either use for watching movies, music, anything like that. You can utilize that USB port. If maybe you have files that you want to play on the projector, you simply just plug it right in the back, and then you're good to go. So yeah, overall I do really like this projector. I think it's got a nice feature set, and if you're looking for something that has lots of features, can be used with external devices, play movies, play music, this definitely would be a good bet. Anyway, thanks for checking out my video review, and hopefully you found this helpful.